people, and welcome to this new episode of PS I'm a Fan. Or should I say, welcome to the cottage. Because, yes, we're going to talk about Heated Rivalry. I'm so excited, this is not even funny. This show basically changed the trajectory of my life. And yes, I'm aware how dramatic that sounds, but I don't really care. Because it did impact me very much. And if you're not living under a rock, you saw how much people were impacted by that show. Like a whole fandom was created. And since I'm so curious about fans, it felt very right to go and search for fans to have conversations with and understand why it felt so important for so many of us. So that's what I did, basically, and there's a bunch of conversations that I had. But today I'm sharing you one that I had with Linda, a beautiful soul in love with cinema and the relationship of Ilya and Shane. I hope you will enjoy that conversation as much as I did and step into the cottage with us. Really happy that you say yes, that you take time for this. Like, means a lot, obviously.
I mean, it's fine for me because the
Yeah, no.
past, yeah, as you saw, I mentioned, like I've been obsessing.
Oh, of
Oh my
course.
God.
What,
Yeah,
have we not all? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
every our For You page, I think, is like our all feed is
True.
like all just them, just them.
I started, I literally started like, you know that you can choose to not see certain type of content.
Yeah.
I click on that because it was impossible. Like I was like, this is too much.
Yeah, I
This
think
is way too much.
I'm thinking to do that because I kind of I'm not getting sick of it, but like the For You page like
Yeah,
right now is I'm like I need to get out of this. Not to get
yeah,
out because I don't want this problem to go away, right? But like
exactly.
I want to never.
Yeah.
But I need it to be like more I need more stuff.
Yeah, and also I need to see other things, like
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
new content. And
Yeah.
I love it rivalry. Like, of course I did, but at the same time, it started to get an addiction, like
And it's kind
addictive.
of getting like tunnel vision a little bit
Yes,
also, and that's what I
yes,
don't want also because
yes,
obviously you have to be aware of the world or like
exactly,
any other cultural news that you can, get your hands
exactly.
on.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't,
yeah,
and this is something maybe we can talk about too, like as a fandom too, like as a
yeah,
because it's obviously why I wanted to talk about it too with people. It's like the social phenomenon of it. Like it's the show, the story, yes, but it's also the whole event and the whole social community,
yeah,
creation of it and how
yeah.
people craved the fact of the
Fandom,
sense,
kind of,
yeah,
yeah.
the sense of fandom because like I think winter maybe like the season and all and there were
True.
Christmas before. It's that space, that empty space like around you with your family and everything, but like it's
Exactly, yeah.
it's
And
it's
especially I
this.
think like fandom culture has started developing around the same time as the internet did. So it's just so they're linked together really
Yeah,
strongly.
I think
And
so.
for me, I think I that really resonated with me because I'm writing my thesis
Okay, yeah.
at the moment, yeah.
Mm.
And I've been working on it for the past 4 months at this point, and I was getting like I'm exhausted. Like I want out now. And around Christmas, I was like, oh, this is gonna be the worst Christmas ever for me because I'm not gonna be able to enjoy it properly. I just need to keep studying basically. And then I encounter it rivalry. And that for me was like, oh, I can talk with people online and still have time to study, engaging, socializing somehow,
Yeah.
but at the same time keep my schedule, my TC schedule. So definitely that adds a huge role for me in this obsession because that's an obsession at this point. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I ever been able to be a normal fun or something. I
Yeah, yeah.
always
Every
like
person, which I call, is kind of telling me that like we can't really love something the casual way. I think someone said
exactly,
that online. Someone said that online. I was like, that resonated so much with me because
exactly.
I keep being curious about stuff and I want to really dive into it because
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the way that you have something to connect with
Yeah,
people,
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I never been parasocial, to be honest. Like I never thought to know the person that I was obsessing over, or
hmm
like the TV, like the characters. No, I mean the characters, yes, but not the actors. But at the
hmm
same time, I always been super like obsessing with stuff. If I like something, I really like something.
yeah,
I'm
you
able to,
hyperfixate. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm able to criticize it either way because even with Heated Rivalry, there are some episodes that I keep go back, like I keep coming back to them and be
hmm
like not sure about certain like direction choices.
Okay.
And because I like this show so much, that really pisses me off even more because it's like, oh, it could have been so perfect.
Yeah,
Still,
but that's a really good take too, that you can have like a different like perspective on the
yeah.
cinematography and like that, because I saw your last post
Oh,
and
I think-
about like some scenes in lightning, the lights that were using, how they use the
yeah.
light. And that was very interesting, by the way. And that's also what I like, because we can talk a long time about how simple but lovely, how yeah, simple and lovely the show is.
Yeah.
And that's also, I think, what makes the charm of it. And it's probably why the Golden Globes were so pissed off. Probably because I think they were like, they're not going to say it, but I think they were, that this show coming in like just 2 months before the ceremony got the whole attention,
Exactly. Yeah.
and no one cares of who won. Like, it's so crazy.
Exactly.
Like,
Yes.
Hollywood is like seeing this, very low budget, simple show being celebrated, queer show
Yeah.
on screen. Um, and I think in the probably what is hype right now, or what is popular right now in the either it's Golden Globes and or
Yeah.
in at the cinema, we don't have a lot of queer
No.
representation here. So it's
Especially,
also
especially not happy queer representation. Like I
exactly.
think like television wise, we probably had Artstopper, which I didn't watch, so I don't know about it, but I think
I
it's really
did.
good. Like I
Mhm.
know people loved it because it's cute and it's happy.
Yeah.
But thinking about television wise, it's either like one character in one TV show, which is great, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it's never a proper, fully love story. And for me, somehow, I was a huge fan of Normal People as well.
My God.
Yeah, of course I was.
Huge similarities, huge cinema, but it was very dramatic.
Exactly.
But it was
Exactly.
straight. It was a straight love
Yeah.
story. But it's yeah. Continue.
No, I really loved it because at the time, okay, first of all, I started in Dublin, so I literally that picked up when I left from to go back to Italy. So for me, it was like I need to watch the show just to feel back there again. So I watched it and I was obsessing over it, especially because I think I'm not usually I'm a fan of love story, just like
Okay.
that.
So you're not
I
into romance, the bat.
Yeah, and
Okay.
not that maybe I was when I was like a teen. I'm not anymore. I prefer like really like weird stuff. I love that. Like Severance, of course, Game of Thrones, but really like psychological stuff.
Yeah.
But I think what really gets me into romance is when there is certain elements that bring it back to reality in a really emphasizing way. Like for normal people, definitely was like the struggle, the social struggle, and the reality of that love being so harsh and dramatic when you're that young, especially, and how that develops through time. I just love that. And I think with Ida Rivalry, I felt the same way. It felt like the queer translation of normal people to me as well, at least. Like it was a queer love story, and the story and the romance was central to it. But at the same time, you can pick up on toxic masculinity, shame, like the idea of just this toxicity basically of male sports in general and like
Yeah.
that field. And I as an Italian, like watching Ida Rivalry made me realize that I don't know a gay football player, which is insane.
Hmm.
I think they
It's
are
true. Of
somewhere.
course they are. Like it's like mathematically, Like in
Yeah,
terms of statistics, like it says that like on like around no on 12 people, normally you have one person is gay. Like so like or at least have some attraction to the
exactly.
opposite sex. So
Exactly.
it must be it there is like it should
It,
be.
oh, for sure. That's a certainty, which is, it's insane. Like, why it's still a taboo? Like, we're in
Yeah.
2025.
My
Why?
God. And I think, maybe, and I saw that today, like a video talking about women in like it's another subject, but it goes to what I'm saying. Like it's linked on F1 women drivers in F1, why they are so rare, why, and they talked about the misogynistic part of it, but I really, and I saw this argument, and I think this is very real. The problem is not even the woman in itself. It's like the given opportunities, but it's like more about money. It's the sponsorship. And I think as entities, as brands, as sponsorships, they
Yeah,
kind of like definitely think that it's a problem for credibility and for talent, like as a really an image, like public PR, basically,
yeah,
in the sports. So they think maybe they will make less sales because usually you see like your audience as men liking sports. So either it's buying merch or like going to
yeah,
a game, but like I think they really feel and either you are a person who is very woke or something like or very pro like feminist in a like sport brand, um
yeah,
you will be probably like cornered to do that because your audience is men and that you
exactly.
you will have this mindset, very misogynistic mindset
Yeah,
to sell. So I really do think that the most of it is like the problem is sponsorship. But like I
yeah,
really loved that they placed I mean the story was already in a sports, environment. But I think they did it very well because you don't see a lot actually of photographers of like public scenes with like you see the games. You see
yeah,
mostly the games and the locker rooms.
yeah,
And that is important because it's like it's going on the ice with the other guys and in the
yeah,
locker rooms. And most of the most of the not hateful comments, but like
yeah,
homophobic kind of
yeah, exactly.
phrases, sentences are pronounced in the locker rooms or on the bench during the
Yeah,
game. So makes sense. And yeah, I think they portrayed probably a really, really good representation of not being too aggressive, but like kind of how the silence and the
yeah,
even like yeah, the silence were loud, you know what I mean? Also,
yeah,
and I think they portrayed that very well, the confusion and scare, the fear of
yeah.
saying it out loud, not even, and with not that much, actually. You don't need like bullying to show the fear. And that what it felt like to me.
Exactly. No, I also think that you saying these things brought me back to I think the first scene of the last episode, where Scott is like thanking everybody for the award. I don't remember what.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he was saying that at some point he started to realize that he was the name that people were calling, like insulting other people with.
Yeah.
And that was like, oh yeah, like that's how must feel for people, like queer people in locker rooms. And I never see, that's an interesting thing because I'm a bisexual like I'm a bisexual woman, but I never played sport. So I had my, of course I have my struggle with coming to terms with that fact because for a long time I wasn't able to realize it. In the end I did. But at the same time, for the first time ever, I think I really understood why people are struggling with coming out as gay men, especially.
Yeah.
Like there was like, oh, that's why it feels like. That must be basically. And it just was really, really striking. And you could tell that the creator were queer, like from that scene only. It was like, oh, they felt it. They know what's going on, basically.
Yeah. You can I agree. Like the realization of that is so delicate and real
Yeah.
that you understand right away that, oh, this person, like,
Lived through it, basically. Yeah.
yeah, I got through it. Because, and I think in a way, queer, like either it's queer woman, but like queer men kind
Yeah.
of understands also the struggles of a, probably like the
Yeah.
pathway of a woman in like proving herself or like being taken seriously. And I
Yeah.
think yeah, a queer man kind of try to have probably a little bit more empathy because of that. Like, being
Yeah.
more compassionate because as a man is going to feel left out because of his this sexuality.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he kind of, and it's not sad, but it's weird to say, but it goes in that box of like with women.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
yeah, he understands better, woman understands better, like he understands more, he understands better women than men. Like
Yeah,
we
exactly.
put them
It's
in this
feminine somehow.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow he changed and
Yeah.
he knows, and it's not about, and I don't think it's because like he's queer. It's because you treat him that way, obviously, that he's going to find space, a safe space with women.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
And I love how, and you can see it in the show, you can see all
Yeah.
those women are
Just being
so,
so supportive.
yeah,
Love them.
they are the reason. Like all the
Yeah.
fucking time, it's women uh, making the plot advancing. Like they make
Yeah.
the situation go a certain way and probably the best way possible. Not
Yeah.
saying that they it couldn't have been there. I really do think, no, I really do think that,
No, actually, yeah, same.
yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I really do think that if the woman weren't there, there wouldn't be Ilya and
True.
Shane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not,
Without
yeah,
without without what's her name? Uh
there's Rose, there's
Rose,
Svetlana.
yeah.
Yeah.
Without like Rose, first of all, the coming out scene was just touching. Like I
God,
start crying immediately.
that's
It
so sad.
was handled in a way that was just perfect. Like so delicate.
Beautifully. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was not force. It was just like I'm creating space for you to just be yourself and embrace it. And it was just the perfect thing. And it was shot brilliantly as well. I'm
Mm.
not talking about the performance because insane Adson Williams performance. Like his way of acting with his eyes, incredible.
Micro
Just
expressions are insane. I
like
don't know how he does that.
no, I really don't. Like I think maybe I saw that I saw something similar from really experienced actors, and he's so young.
Yeah.
It's just insane. So definitely that made help things a lot, but at the same time, I don't think without Rose allow him to be himself, and without Svetlana as well, to be honest, like
Yeah.
being like telling Helia that she knows
Yeah.
that they would have somehow ended up
No,
together. I don't
but
think they
I
were brave
think
enough.
I think the pushing, Shane needs a little bit of pushing,
Yeah.
and I think you can see that her mom is pushing him to hockey, like because it's his dream, and he kind of needs that her mom pushes him a little, and she knows him obviously, and she knows
Yeah.
he's autistic, so I think she does in the that's the purpose, right? Um, and she maybe forgets some details, but we love her. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that scene later, but like the way I think he always needs a little bit of pushing, and you can see that Ilya is kind of
Yeah.
pushing him over the edge. Like he's always with Ilya, he's going to backtrack, not like he's going to go to the edge, but not really jump. But he's inviting Ilya to push him.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love that you can see that also with Rose because he maybe doesn't recognize it, but he leaves clues for her to
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
understand. And he likes her a lot, and he feels very comfortable with her. And so I really do like you can see in that scene how confused he is, but at the same time he wants her to know, but he doesn't know how to say that. So and like yeah, beautifully done.
Yeah.
I think and I said that to another uh in another call already, but I think his acting is very delicate. That's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been talking with people about I hate this, but like people are saying who is better. I don't think either of them like they're just good.
It's so
Both of them.
different. I think
Exactly. I
the
think
acting is so different, but
yeah, I
good
think
anyway.
Connor acting is so physical and it's just like it changes. Like you completely shift. Like his body is not the same when it's Connor where and it's Ilya, but with Adson it's more about really like shades of emotion and
Oh
you
yeah.
can feel them and
Mm.
see them and I usually love actors when they are that way. I still love Connor as well, but I just love when you can feel all of the emotion through the eyes. I just love it. Yeah.
Yeah, there are so much layers.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah. Did you read the book? Did you read the book?
I'm in the process of I read the first one and I'm starting the second one.
But you read it like after the show, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because you told me that you were not that much into romance. So I guess.
exactly. Yeah, I
So
just I just wanted to see more of them. I
yeah,
was
yeah, of
just
course. I didn't
yeah.
read it, but I want to get it, of course,
Yeah.
and I want to read it because I want to know what's happening in their heads.
Yeah.
So you finished the book, right?
Yeah, I finished the first one and I'm heading
So
to the second one.
how did you feel like about the show after reading the book, after like seeing the TV show? Did it like add some stuff and did you were more impressed or maybe more like
I think
surprised?
so. I think okay, I'm not the book is not my cup of tea just because as I told you, I'm not a huge romance fan
Yeah,
at
of
all.
course.
Like so it wasn't my cup of tea, but at the same time I found it really like well written and it somehow gave like a perspective in their inner lives of both Ilya and Shane. But I love the TV show much better, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just think that there are certain scenes that in the book are completely absent and really, I don't know, shift the narrative somehow in the
Yeah.
show.
Okay, yeah.
And you like both of us were talking about Yuna like earlier on, but I think the Yuna, like the coming out scene of Shane coming out to Yuna was just like a really crucial scene, and also Ilya confronting his brother as well. It's just like they're both are confronting their word to allow the other person in, and at the same time they're both confronting basically their I'm not the shame, but like their baggage, their traumatic baggage somehow. And especially the Yuna scene was just heartbreaking. Like the coming out scene, I think it wouldn't. I wouldn't like the last episode as much
Mm-hmm.
without it. And it's
Yeah.
insane that it wasn't in the book at the first place for me, at
Yeah.
least.
Do you have
Yeah,
a favorite scene?
from the TV show.
Yeah.
That's an hard question.
Yeah, I know, but
Too
you
many,
can you
maybe.
can think about it a little bit.
Too
It's
many,
fine.
maybe.
I think my I have I think I have a few, but the one like I'm not very original, but I really loved the bathroom scene
Oh, yeah,
because God, not the acting, but because at the same
yeah,
time, and I would say it's my favorite because at the same time I was very confused what was happening. At the same time, it felt very intense in a way that it felt important. There was
yeah,
this shift, emotional shift, and but they're talking about sex, and afterwards
yeah.
it shifts at the oh my dad loves the New Yorker and he's like oh you're
Exactly.
boring,
Fanatic. Yeah.
and there's a shift like and they
Yeah.
that's the first time they're talking all this
About all
stuff.
this stuff. Yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
they're flirting in another way, in an emotional way.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on in their heads, and especially Ilya in that moment.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
But I love the shift. So
Yeah.
yeah.
To be honest, I was going for the bathroom scene as well because I think the action is good,
Yeah.
and I love it's such a like an example of their dynamic. They can shift so easily between
True.
quirky, horny, and just emotional, like
Yeah.
wrecking.
Hmm.
And I just love it because of you can really see the actors' amazing performances shifting through all of the emotion at the same times, the characters' dynamic as well.
Yeah.
And they're in like a really small bubble of the bathroom, which is a really intimate place that I liked as well.
Oh
Shot
yeah.
beautifully.
The fact
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That it was in the
Yeah, they're like
bathroom.
a really intimate space, and especially like I can imagine the idea of like locking yourself in a bathroom, like a male bathroom during an awards, like a sports award event. Guys, if the two of you are coming out together, it's down for you two.
Yeah.
I was so
You're
scared.
done.
Yeah, definitely that's one of it. If
Yeah.
I have to, like, probably the most emotional one for me was the coming, like Shane's coming out to Rose, not
Yeah.
like for sure,
Hmm.
and of course the club, like
Of course,
just
the
the
club.
perfect way to tell us the audience what's going on.
Yeah.
Just
Hmm.
perfect. I
I,
just love it.
I
But
think it was good. Yeah.
yeah, and it's iconic, right? Like right now, it's everywhere.
It's
So
everywhere.
perfect.
I'm impressed that it got so much attention, and at the same time, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
Like I
same.
just like I know ball. I know my fucking ball, and I know this fandom by heart right now, and I know this is the same girls that loved probably One Direction, and I'm going to say it again and again and again, and I just
Yes.
know why, you know. But the world might miss the point,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I do think that's kind of the problem, like with,
Yeah.
also because there's this big
Because
feminine audience, right?
yeah.
But it's always the fucking double standard, right? So if it's like a lot of men liking something or a lot of women, and what would you say probably to someone that would like ask you like that you watch this for sex, like
What do I say to them? To be honest,
because
this makes
the
me
one thing that people media like a lot of media
yeah.
are telling right now is that it's steamy and hot. Of
Yeah.
course it is. Of
Yes,
course it
sure.
is. But mm,
Yeah, it's not just that.
it's not it's the combination of both, right?
Yeah. So
So,
if I think I have two different answers that kind of go in the same direction. The
mm,
first one being like, it gets you with the steamy hot scene because it got me with that, to be honest. Like I remember going on Twitter and seeing this scene. And I was like, what is that? It was like,
mm.
let me check just the hot scenes. Just let me check this. And I started it and I was like, oh fuck, I'm down bad already. And it's not, it's because of the acting, it's because of the sex scene. I wasn't expecting that much so early.
Yeah.
Like it was just too
Because it's
much.
early, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
just like first episode.
that's what also like shocked me a little
Yeah.
bit.
Which I think is a really great like choice because
Mm,
it grips you, like it takes you in, it hooks you. And you usually audience do not expect that. That usually you have yearning and then you have the sex scene.
yeah.
With you like with this show is the opposite way, basically.
Yeah.
You get in because of the sex scene and
Yeah.
then you stay for the romance and the story and whatever it deals with, basically.
Hmm.
At the same time, unfortunate for me, I'm a like fervent feminist. So I always need to say that I hate that whenever women like something, it's just bullshit and superficial and just steamy and for women.
It's not
And
taken seriously, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. The fact that we are, as women, very attached to those characters. What do you think so? Like to that
yeah,
relationship in particular, and why those characters as a woman?
yeah. To be honest with you, I don't have a real question, a real answer to this. I just remember like watching one of their interview
Hmm.
and Atson saying a thing that I was like really, oh, maybe that's why it gripped me so much. Like it hooked me so deeply. It's just like the sexual and like relationship dynamic is so different because there are two men. They're not somehow afraid, at least between the two of them, to show love and just be touchy with it, with the two of them.
Yeah.
And for me, as a woman, I think I you can get really bored real quickly with sex stuff in general and roles. And as a woman, you never feel completely safe, at least for me, during the like intimate stuff. So to see two men experiencing that somehow make me experience as well. I don't know. It's a weird
You
feeling, but
feel
it's more like
safer?
yeah, like I feel like I would love to completely give up control as Shane does, basically. But
Mm,
I would never be able to. Like I know I could. I could not. Like it's
yeah.
just I would be constantly afraid of something to
As a
happen.
woman, this is, yeah, something
Yeah,
that is very, very difficult um to feel, to experience the losing
exactly.
control part, to have to be completely uh um
Vulnerable somehow. Yeah,
vulnerable, yeah, towards another human being, especially when it's a guy.
exactly.
And I really do think that. I think, yeah, we fell in love, and we there's people who have pure confidence in their partner, but I really do think that a lot of us, as in our age and generation,
Yeah,
are pretty, like, I don't know, aware that men aren't really what we described, what we described years ago, you know?
exactly.
And so we are pretty sick of it, basically. Connor said it.
Yeah,
The idea of straight men
yeah,
is exhausting,
exactly.
basically.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
seeing two guys still masculine,
yeah. That's
capable,
another interesting thing. Yeah, highly masculine and manly. Yeah,
yeah, being so vulnerable towards each other, and yeah, basically not being afraid of anything when they're together, physically at least at first, then emotionally. Because I was probably, like, they're not good communicators, right? But
um,
as the story goes, they really try, you know.
yeah,
And I do think they did a really good job at the end, the way they were communicating.
yeah,
And I mean, you see it. Yes, there's the last episode, but like even before, like the hotel room scene when they hug and he talks about his mother, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting someone to walk out, you know,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
like be like traumatized,
yeah,
and but no. And so I do feel safe seeing those two guys being so in love, because at the same time it gives you hope, but at the same time it's just pure admiration that
yeah,
it exists, but it doesn't mean that I I'm projecting on either both of them. Like I want Shane or I
yeah.
want Ilya, because I
It's
don't.
just like a good example to see, basically.
Yeah, it's
And
something I think it's really admirable, and it's cool. And as I think we are those person, maybe you and me, or like other people that I talk to, we are people watchers, I guess.
yeah,
And we love seeing those stories and people being happy, basically. So I think as women, we are very compassionate and passionate. So
yeah. No,
yeah.
totally. Yeah,
So that's the thing that I think makes us very safe in this relationship. And obviously because of consent.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially Helia constantly asking for consent. That was straight away my take when I
Mm.
first watched it. I was like, that's good representation, and it's steamy anyway, which is so difficult to do. Like asking for consent and like keep being hot.
That's
Perfect.
exactly, and consent is hot, for God's sake. But
Exactly.
like, that's
That
exactly what I
is.
said to Jessica yesterday. I think um that consent and concern are the two
Yeah.
main things also that is attractive for that show too.
Yeah.
be and um the fact that in most of like sex scenes in movies or TV shows, we give up consent in profit of passion.
Yeah,
That's
that's so
exactly,
true.
yeah, that's exactly what I said to her. And I think because of the tension, because of it has to be fast and it has to be, you know,
Yeah,
sexy,
yeah,
wild, and we forget to ask. And we forget to,
yeah. Because of
know,
course you will be good with it, right? Like,
yeah. And because, yeah, you feel it. Okay, you feel that your partner is into it. Okay, you do. But still ask.
yeah,
That's still, God,
yeah,
ask me. It's 10 times better. I will be wetter.
yeah,
Like, God, just do it. Like, it's
yeah.
not a turn off. And I don't get why it should be a turn off.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if it could be done good in a way that it doesn't feel like it's less sought at all. Actually, it's the contrary. Like for
Yeah.
me, literally, Ilya asking so many times,
Yeah.
wow, they all like, can I go in? Are you fine? Are you sure?
Again,
Is this
again,
good?
is this good?
Yes. Let's communicate while we're doing this, please.
Yes.
That's how you do it. And it's difficult to even tell that to straight guy that you hang out with.
Oh my
Like
God,
hook up
yes.
with. It's like they will never understand it. So to just have that as an example on visual culture, I'm like, please.
Yeah, I really do like the fact of having this conversation because also it puts some light on people's not like in woman opinion and like it's very woman centered for me that content too. Like I
Yeah.
want also to give that space.
Good.
Um and either in like lots of fandoms, but I do believe that the fandom concept is very woman driven,
Interesting.
feminine
Yeah.
driven too,
Mm.
because we are so girlhood, like the girlhood in general is very, the solidarity,
Yeah.
sorority is so much more powerful than a fraternity, I think. And
Yeah.
yeah, because of all the struggles in this society. So yeah, I love that I get to talk with all those beautiful women and like intelligent too. Like I'm not saying just beautiful because God, actually I didn't ask you that, but how did you hear about the show? Was it like already a thing on social media?
No. See, that's the thing. Of course, in Italy, so I didn't watch. Like, it's not even streaming yet in Italy.
Yeah,
I
of
don't know
course,
if
me
this is
too.
it. Okay,
It's not in
perfect.
France.
So we use the same streams, like I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah. So I think I kind of like queer stories in general. I was a huge fan, of course, of Call Me by Your Name. I watched it, fellow travelers, like some years ago. It's
watched it that.
sad, really sad, but insane. I actually I started using Twitter again because of Heated Rivalry, because of course, because of Elon Musk, I was just like, I'm out of it.
Mm,
And then I went on Thread, and there was yeah, this snippet of like scenes, and I'm like, maybe I kind of like that, like
mm,
sports hot guys doing that. I want to see more about that. And then
mhm.
basically one day I was really struggling with my thesis. I was like, I'm fucking done. I don't want to do this anymore. Just let me watch something that I could just take my mind out of
Yeah.
it. And I started watching it irrelevantly. I think it was around 11 p.m. and I didn't stop until probably 2 p.m. I was like, you have to go to sleep now. Like I think it was two or maybe three episodes in, and I was like, I need to go fast. I need
Everything
to
were
catch up.
everything was out when you started watching?
No, it was just, I think it was the last episode. Oh, actually, now I remember. The last episode that just came out when I first watching it was
Okay.
the one with Scott and Kip.
Yeah.
So I think it was the third one.
Yeah.
And I watched it on a Thursday night. So the next morning, the fourth episode was out. And I was like, I need to watch it. I was just like craving it. Like, I need to. And
Amazing.
I remember writing my thesis while constantly checking if they upload it somewhere. And then in the end, I watched it at like late at night in the end. And I was just, oh, this is gonna fuck over my thesis. My whole Like, but then I'm fucking done. And I get back on Twitter since I think I've been absent from Twitter since 2000 and no, sorry, to 2022.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
Uh,
God.
so yeah, I was like, I'm back in here and I'm texting everybody and I'm following everyone and I
My
need to
God.
talk about this. Yeah.
I
And
have the
especially,
same. Oh, sorry.
no,
Tell me.
no, go ahead. Yeah.
No, no, tell me especially.
No, especially because I've I have a long friend of mine, like long in the sense that we were used to be friends when we were in middle school and then we lost touch completely.
Yeah.
And we kind of get in touch again because of this show, I need to say. Like
I
we
love that.
it's a man, it's a man. Um it's a queer man. So basically we get in touch again and we were like fangirling together, sending each other things. And like, by the way, how's life? How's going? And talking about how it is good for queer men and bisexual women or like women in general. And just like some good conversation around it. I would just, see the power of fandom of like and good things being produced. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just the community of it.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
yearn for that. Like, and that's the thing that flourished the most
Yeah.
when I saw social media. Like
Yeah.
it was the yearn for community. And if you never experienced that, I think that it's a beautiful thing to go into for the first time. And
Yeah.
I just saw I don't know if you saw that, but I saw so many people say like this fandom is a prison and I never want out. And I saw like first cold, I'm nervous. Like
Exactly. Yes. No, I especially relates to, which is to say, but I especially relates with those tweets that talks about like I thought that me writing a fan fiction would have ended when One Direction ended, but I'm still here in 2025. And I'm like, I have this idea. Should I open Wattpad again? Should I? Like,
should I?
yeah.
Same idea.
I was literally talking to my friends about this, and I was like,
Oh.
this is me when I was like a 13 years old. What's happening? Why am back in this? How did that happen? Like I survived One Direction. I survived Liam's death, and now I'm here.
Yes, I
This is
know.
not it's not gonna end well for me again.
No, but like this is very relatable to that phenomenon, like a One Direction-y kind of thing. Like I keep
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
I keep saying this is very One Direction-y. Like either
Coded,
it's
yeah.
the fame that happened so quickly,
She's in a heart.
like
Yeah.
yeah, then the fandom creation, the excitement, the thing about we are excited about, everything feels very similar.
I
Like,
never
mm,
I spent not the whole night, but part of my night some days ago watching the Golden Globes live. And I didn't do that since once again, I don't know, maybe some
yeah,
MTV Music Awards when I don't know what was that. I remember one D Day. That
yeah. Oh
yeah,
my God, I did that too. One
yeah,
day, I did
yeah,
that too. I saw the fucking live stream. Like, I
yes.
couldn't stop. Even
Especially, I don't think that to be honest, like the fact that either rivalry is so relatable and like so linked to One Direction songs as well. Like there is a lot of edit like with 18 Summer Love, and I was like,
Rock Me. Did you
yes,
see? Did you see?
of course I saved it. Of course.
This
Whenever
is
I'm sad.
church. This is a fucking church. This is,
Exactly. And we're like, we know the prayers. We've been educated
we've been with
with
Connor singing, you know?
exactly,
It's like a
exactly
prayer.
that.
It's like a little.
Exactly.
Non, vraiment, like this is this is like this. This is like this. Like when I see those like edits coming on the screen in the club,
Oh,
what do you mean? I'm
exactly.
not there. What?
Should we do that in Europe as well? Can we please?
I need
Because
to.
like literally today they shared like a whole tour throughout America. And I was like, why is Europe not there? Like one show in Milan. I will go. I will pay money to go there.
Yeah. And
Yeah, just
all those songs are very linked to One Direction, and um, you can feel the nostalgia of that um, excitement, of that love that we felt for those guys. But it's not like the craziness of it. It's not about that because I think we're more like we grew up, but
yeah.
it's really, really the celebration of love, I guess,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that people like gather around to sing the praises of two guys falling in love.
Exactly.
And
Especially like a story that's so relatable. And I think with One Direction, we didn't have a story. We just have like five boys and we just saw them grow up. And that was family at some point, for me at least. It was like they're my brothers. Like I literally grew up with them. And I kind of feel the same way towards Connor and Atson as well, because I started following them as soon as I watched the first show and they weren't this big
Mhm.
how they're doing late nights and I'm just like, oh, this is like One Direction once again. But at the same time, it's like the
Yes,
story, like their stories as Shane and Ilya is just so empathetic and relatable. And
it moved us. I think when you touch that part of people, when you like
exactly.
manage to move us in a way that we also crave happiness right now. I think we are like you said, they are very young. Also, they're my age. Like I don't know how old are you? Maybe you have like you're on your 25 or maybe 26. Like
Yeah,
I just turned 26. I'm
same.
older than them. Like it's just a little bit of what the fuck, and it's just, and like it's just weird. But I know we are in the same boat, kind of the same generation thing, and I really relate to how they also move in the world and everything, and
Yeah,
the fact that um it talks to that generation. It talks not only to one, but to that generation because the way love is expressed and the way
yeah,
it's tell the story is very modern. I think it felt very modern, and basically with all that's happening to in the world, we are a generation very sad generation, and we need some happiness right now and just seeing
definitely.
people being happy and falling in love and having a happy ending.
Yeah,
That was a need for me.
yeah. No, especially, I totally agree. First of all, I want to say that definitely for me, the fact that they were two unknown actors
Mm.
around my same age, and so obsessed with cinema as I am. And literally, okay, first we all know that Atson like Letterbox was like stole like whatever, but I
Oh
swear to
God.
God, me and that man have the same taste on movies, and I was like, I feel so like represented, like a person around my same age that does something that I really like and at the same time is a cinephile just like me and is so obsessed and is not afraid to just say they didn't like something that everybody liked.
Mm.
Loved it. At the same time, I do really think that for me it was kind of a bubble of happiness among what's happening, whatever it's happening in Palestine, in America, it's like insane. And both talking as an Italian in this moment, in this political climate, is not good. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be honest, like we have a fascist government in Italy that is trying to everything they could to shut down journalism, independent journalism, and just push back women's rights and queers' rights as well.
Yeah.
So look like watching a story that highlights women's role as we talk about Rose and Svetlana, Yuna, which is a really good like example of like strong women. And it talks about real love, about two queer guys just trying to fight against your toxic inner masculinity and just love each other.
Yeah.
It was like I need this, and I need this to have an happy ending because like if I can do it, like we can all do it. It's so
Yeah.
possible to produce something like that, and it's such a good thing. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah, I love as like you felt very human. You felt
yeah,
very again. It was the only thing that mattered. was this. And it's not about ignoring what's happening, of course. Like, it's we just need some time, all need a little bit of escapism. Like, we just
Yeah,
need
yeah,
our place, and it's okay because we read, we watch TV shows, we write, we create. Like, it can't be just watching the hate and the violence and everything and trying to get through it. You need something creative, right? And that's why I believe so much in art and either it's music, like we listen, we go to concerts,
yeah,
it's what makes us human. It's
yeah,
really what makes us human. The fact that we're able to feel just,
yeah,
and I think it's a very telling to see how much people felt that story, because it's not about living, like they lived it, like they're not lived it like in a real way, because a straight woman can still relate, but it's they felt like really intensely this story, and that was, I think, very telling of how much we need that kind of story sometimes. Like, how much,
that's
also
true.
how lacking it was in our lives to just have some little bit of light
Yeah.
and to have something to obsess over, right? So,
Like, I'm gonna say something that is gonna sound weird in this
yeah.
context, but like I'm always advocating for like human containing multitudes, and I think this show somehow reminded me of that because so for the last year we all struggled with what was happening, like worldwide,
Hmm.
literally worldwide, and I was really scared. And I remember at some point I was like, how can I'm supposed to study and write a thesis. By the way, I'm writing a thesis on Barbie, so super capitalistic theme,
Okay, yeah.
and not while people are literally dying in front of my eyes, and my government is supporting that. And I remember going to a pro-Palestine protest, and then coming back to writing my thesis, and I just figured out that that's being human. And it's just like I contain multitudes. I can write a thesis about Barbie and the capitalistic implication of that movie, and how overall, like on the overall, like for me, Barbie is a great feminist movement, like film, at least for me. And then go out and protest for something that I really believed in, because as a human, I need both. And watching that shows and them struggling with being a super masculine male hockey player, and at the same time trying to, especially Shane, comes to terms with his homosexuality, basically. It was just like, oh, you can do both. Like, you really can, and you need to do both to survive, to be yourself. And it
Yeah.
was just, and the same thing applies even to culture, which is something that I would say, coming back to the question about why did you like the show, why it's so steamy and sex, because I do think that there is a like a stereotype or like a perception, a double standard to think that culture is either high or low.
Hmm.
Is that the right English term? I don't get.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and I do think that it's not the case. Like, especially even like writing about Barbie, everybody was saying that it was a really must, like blockbuster movie, so it wasn't supposed like it's not high cinema, and it's like no, of course it's
I hated that.
yeah, of
Like,
course it's
because it's not high cinema. That wasn't supposed to be, but you missed the fucking whole point.
exactly.
Like,
It's not an independent like niche movie. That's not the
no.
fucking point. That's
It's
literally why.
it's
Like, it's
literally
not
what's happening to every woman on earth, for God's sake.
exactly,
So it's not to
exactly. And
be like a
also,
niche movie. It's not
yeah,
supposed to be.
exactly. Especially like in the last few days, I saw people talking about Severance and Pluribus, and I loved Severance. But at the same time, I hate that whenever you talk about Heated Rivalry, since there are a love story about two queer people and there is a lot of sex, it feels like it's a cheap TV show compared to Severance, that it's like so mentally and psychological. Like, no, they're the same. They're just dealing with two different stories, but in the end, their core is always love.
Hmm.
And it's like being a multitude. Both of
Hmm.
them deal with that. And I
Doesn't
was like,
have to be complicated to be very,
good.
very evident and very good and very tell like yeah, to
Yeah,
prove.
they're like because of course if it's everything was like Severance, we would be so bored so quickly with it.
Yeah.
It's just containing multitudes and me. So because sometimes I struggle, especially with what I put on social media. I'm like, oh, people must think that I just funger with everything. And I do, let's be honest with that. I do that as well. But at the same time, it's like I do think that talking about either rivalry cinematography is as important as talking about Severance cinematography. Is just a, the same product. It's two different stories, but they're
Mm.
important for different reasons. And I
Yeah.
like culture and I like visual culture, and especially when it's a good job behind it, I want to talk about it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I think the double standard here, yeah, like you said, it's like this the sex, the
yeah,
sexual aspect, and it's also the context also because it's like Severance is almost sci-fi. Like it's not sci-fi, but it's
yeah,
psychological thrillers almost, and it has um and people would say that it has more depth, like
yeah,
and
yes,
because it's not because it's hidden, because it's not like it's subtle, or because
yeah,
but like and I think there's a real difference between easy and simply well executed and like the thing that we call it's evident or it's too evident, like as a subject, as a story,
yeah,
romance and love, like is too evident, too easy, like it's easy for some people.
yeah,
It's not going to be a great story if it's
exactly.
just love. I think there's also this
Yeah,
problem around the amount of movies that we're doing right now in the industry, thinking that just love is not enough,
exactly. Yes.
and happy endings, because you see films like the one with I can't remember the name all the time. It's with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I do.
Anything
Something with time.
okay, yeah, yeah. Oh, we live in time, yeah.
Oh, we live in time.
We
Yeah.
live in time. And for example, it was about love. But it was
Yeah.
about family. It made me feel too about normal people, because it was about dreams and about family and the struggles of that couple. But of course, she has cancer, it has to be tragedy. But like, not to blame on the story because
No, no, exactly. No, it's just
it was
yeah,
beautiful. Um, that kind of movies also are like fine, and you kind of feel the depth of it because also there's death, and I have this huge obsession over grief and over death. Like I'm very scared of that, and I'm very obsessed with the theme of grief because I think we grieve all the fucking time the second before we grieve it because the time
yeah,
passes, and I'm very scared of that. This
same.
just time passes. And movies or like any piece of art expressing the grief in itself and how impactful it is as humans is always very interesting to me and very telling because it's literally the essence of humans. Like you have
Yeah,
to go through this time. You are born in this timeline and you are going to live your timeline and then die. And like expressing experiencing the your life, what is essential, what is the whole point and the core basically of what you want to be like for a short amount of time, felt very inspiring in We Live in Time, because I don't have the same objectives, I don't have the same wants that they have, but you felt very warm,
mm,
that they had each other. And I felt the same thing with the Heated Rivalry. I felt very warm and very
yeah,
that they had each other because
yeah.
that's what they wanted. Because they have all they need, right? They are big
Right.
athletes. They already have
Okay.
a career. They already have a career. They are big athletes, and they were missing something, and that was each other.
Exactly.
And
Especially that they have each other in such a they have a
mm,
support. Especially for Ilya, I think finding Shane and his family is like finally find his support system. I think it's gonna be like that. I don't know. I haven't started the book yet, so maybe.
It's,
But
I think, basically,
yeah,
because you can see it when he lets go of his family to have a
yeah,
new one.
yeah. He finds a new one, and for Shane, is more about acknowledging that he has people around him that would really support him for who he is, basically,
Yeah.
and it's just good. Even like for me, even the last scene where they're all together in the table, I was just crying because they were the four of them together, and Shane can finally be himself. And like the parents seeing how Shane is loved by Ilya, I was like, there's I please stay here forever, like never leave. Like, can I don't know, just beautiful. Like,
I'm still at the cottage in my head.
yeah, I will never leave. I would
I
say.
will never leave.
Never. Never. I'm
Because it felt
rewatching the
so good.
episode.
This
Yeah.
episode felt so fucking good.
But because it felt so warm, as you said. It was like
Yeah.
finally they're communicating. They're not afraid of communicating. For sure, Elliot just needed a push, and I think he's gonna be a really like a rock in season 2, for me at
Mm.
least. I have this idea that now that he has this supported, like this is family, new family support, at
Mm.
least I think.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have stuff to deal with, I'm sure of that.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I think it would be much more difficult for Shane to come into terms with they're having a relationship and they're trying to have Oki at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think Hilya will be more confident, and I cannot wait to see that. And just having that crumb for like it was literally a crumble of the foreseeable future of them together in this really cozy place, just loving each other and be honest with each other was just so refreshing to see as well. Like
Yeah.
it remind me of uh like some parts of Call Me by Your Name.
Yeah.
They
I
were
I
like
do see
just,
that.
which of course end in a really sad tone because the both of them are just saying goodbye to each other forever, basically.
Mm.
But at the same time, having that intimacy and that bond and just be honest with it and experience it,
Hmm.
it was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. And I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting Ilya to say it first. And I love that
Yeah.
it was him. And like, oh
Plus,
God.
Shane interaction was totally,
Mm. And just the changes of the languages. Like, I love how Shanice just invites Ilya to tell him whatever he feels in his own language. And I think, I don't know, but like I didn't see like I see a lot of movies, but I think I never saw it that way. The fact of allowing someone to be themselves and to express themselves this way, to say like you can tell me in your language. Like you can tell me. Like the fact, and it's the beautiful invitation of like I accept who you are.
yeah,
Like you don't need to translate it. Like I don't, yeah, I will not understand, but like know that I'm here and
exactly. Yeah,
you can tell me and do it with your nationality, with yourself, your whole soul, and
yeah,
I would be there. And that was I think crazy beautiful because I think this is also good representation maybe of like two-person not coming from the same culture being together, like the um crossover of like cultures, couples being
yeah.
together but not from the same country and the same traditions, like, and I think that was crazy beautiful, and I think some people won't probably see it that way, but like we all found that scene beautiful, but I mean like the crossover of cultures and allowing
Yeah,
this culture to enter Shane's world, like because he
exactly.
doesn't
Yeah.
know a thing about
Yeah.
Rishan, right? But I think that was so
No,
beautiful
I
the
like
way.
it as well, and it made me think about past lives as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because I there is this scene in Past Life that really struck me when it was like is like her husband says to her that she dreams in a language he doesn't know. And that was like he wants to learn that. It's just such an intimate act of like I want to know you, like completely. I want to be your true self. Like I want to know your language to completely understand your true self, basically.
Mm,
And Shane asking Mahalia to repeat "I love you" in Russian was just like, uh, please just say it the way you
mm,
would say it because I
yeah.
want it that way. It was just beautiful, like really,
It's
really beautiful.
very sincere and yeah, just honest. And
Yeah,
I think that's also one of the things that we love the most. We just see just the purity of it. It's pure.
yeah,
That's kind of the word for me, I guess.
yeah. Especially they don't have expectation on each other, which is another thing that I really liked. Like they're not expecting to go official. They're not expecting to just be exclusive. They're
Yeah.
just slowly finding itself to they both of them together and like just colliding and be like, oh, this is the only things that works. Like we're
Mm,
this is insane to deny that we're not working. We try
yeah.
different stuff and we
Hmm.
just ended up being with each other
Mm,
despite cultural barrier and the oki and everything.
yeah.
And it was just beautiful to see, basically. Yeah.
I think, yeah. One of the, I don't know if you have like several ones of like, I think we just said one, like the proof of love, this one.
Yeah.
I have another one because I told you about grief and I told you about losing someone because my mom's died when I was 11. So I know also what it feels like. And I saw Ilya talk about his mother, but like what struck me, it's like in this fucking phrase, this fucking sentence, she would have loved you.
Yes.
That's and like I can relate. It goes beyond the I love you for me. It's like it goes
Yeah.
beyond it. It's like the person that you love the most, that you miss the most, that you that you
Yeah.
cherish
No, it
so much.
and to follow that up with say that again in Russian was just like I just it was just I completely embrace I completely embrace who you are, your trauma. I embrace even your mother that I never actually met. It
Mm.
was just I want to do something. I would love to have met her. Just I don't know, it just you can feel how deeply they both love each
I'm
other.
going to cry. It's so
Yeah,
just so
I know.
beautiful.
I
God,
know.
I
I
really
know.
feel that so deeply. And
Yeah.
I
Me
mean,
too.
not just me because I lost my mother, but it could have been like anyone that had lost, that experienced loss. Either it's
Yeah.
like could be a person or any or a thing, it could be like anything, but you experience loss and especially if it's a human that you lost. Even if I don't know, you part ways or this person is gone or I don't know.
Especially him, yeah.
But to really knowing how it what it represents was yeah, amazing. And missing someone is kind of the thing that is one of the most painful thing, the missing. And yeah, so it felt so real and authentic, the way to say that. So,
Yeah.
but
Especially because I think for Ilya as
absolute
well.
cinema.
Yeah. So
Sorry. Sorry, I cut you.
no, I was like, yeah. I was thinking about Atsum, by the way, at the late night show because
Yes.
so hey guys. But no, I do really think, especially it's interesting because if you think about Ilya's background and family dynamics, you're not sure. Like his brother doesn't love him. He's dead. I don't know. Did he love him? I don't know. And
Mm,
his mother for sure did. I mean, that's what he told us. He tell us. So he being able to, first of all, express and tell what happened to his mother to Shane, him allow him to say whatever he wants to and feel comfortable with that. And then saying that to Shane, it feels like it kind of passed the torch from his mother to him as the person that really love and cares about Ilya.
yeah.
And it was just again, Shane replying to that, say that again in Russian was like embracing it and be like, yeah, I'm down for this role. I can do it. I want you. And it was just so touching. I swear.
Yes.
So touching. Yeah.
My God. So much
Yeah.
emotions. Well, that was
Yeah.
a really, really cool conversation.
Thank you. It
I
was
think
really
that
fun.
was
Yeah.
the best one. I'm going to be honest here.
Really?
I really do
Oh,
think that was the
I'm
best one.
honored.
I love that we talked we got through so many aspects of it, like either it was cinematography or fandom or either like the representation of love. Like we did a lot, even
Yeah.
politics. Actually, we were just and I'm a very engaged also person, so I love that you brought out the stuff and the reality of it, but also how we need those escapism little things. And I, yeah, I loved it. Thank you so
Me too.
much.
Me too. No, no, I love it as well.
It was
Thank you.
lovely to meet you.
Me too.
Very,
I will follow you.
yeah, and let's
Text
keep in
me whatever you
touch.
need.
Really, let's keep in touch. And I
Yeah,
want to
definitely.
know
Yeah.
about your thesis. I want to know how it goes, and
Yeah.
I wish you really good luck for that.
Thank
I
you.
know how hard it is. I had
Yeah.
friends who like
Yeah.
got through the thesis, so I wish you
Yeah.
luck. I'll keep also seeing your post because keep doing that. Also, I loved it. I will keep loving it, I'm sure. So, yeah, best of
Thank
luck.
you. Bye. See ya.
Bye. Have a
Bye
good
bye.
night. Bye bye.
Bye.